Hello, I'm Laurel Marie Hickey. Welcome to What's Blank Got to Do with It. Our What's Blank topic, empty nesters and elderly parents. So what's empty nesters and elderly parents got to do with it? Today is a double topic, and the reason why is we often see clients working with both situations at the same time. It can be challenging, it can be rewarding, and it can be very interesting, the fact that you are empty nesters and then immediately taking care of elderly parents. Empty nesters, there's no more kids to nest. The kids are out living their lives. They are living independently. They moved out of the house. You have more space. You have more time. You have more resources. The thing about empty nesters is it is a time to adjust to the reality of living without your kids. And it is a time because your kids are no longer under your roof, although they, I'm sure, will visit often. You are learning to live your life a different way as an individual, and perhaps as a couple if you're in a relationship. You may feel a mix of things, mixed emotions. You may feel sad, you may be very proud, you may feel a little bit lonely when it comes to seeing your children leave the nest. You may be missing their presence, but very happy for their achievements and excited for their future. And also grateful for you to focus on the opportunity of your own goals, dreams, and desires. It's weird to say, but you may grieve and celebrate at the same time. It's the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, and redefining your relationship with yourself as well as your children. Your children are now adults with autonomy and perhaps a new set of boundaries. You may need to communicate differently with them. Instead of a conversation in the living room or the kitchen, it will be a text and perhaps a phone call. The conversations could be asking versus telling, finding ways to fill your own time with a new hobby, volunteering, travel, perhaps taking on more work, reassessing your financial and mindful considerations. This is a time for a refresh, a time for you to look at the money you're spending, the money that you're saving, the things that are on your list that you would like to do, your goals, dreams, and desires. It is a perfect time to do a refresh of your own budget. In addition to looking at your budget, looking at your retirement plan, your life insurance plan, working with a trusted professional, your estate plan, these are all considerations to make sure that you're on track for your short and long-term goals. Often, coincidentally, you may be working with elderly parents on the exact same items. Not only is it a refresh for you, but if you do have elderly parents that need you, you would also want to do a refresh of their financial situation as well. I think it's important to always look at things from a legal perspective when there's a change, even for your kids that have left the house and now are on their own, or they may have already put together. So when I say a refresh, it does mean we are also looking at things from a legal perspective. Do you have your will in place, your personal health directive, your power of attorney? And because you're looking at your own affairs, it really is a great intro for the conversation for you to have with your elderly parents. Did they have their affairs in order? Do they have their will, personal directive, power of attorney as well? And this can be a conversation for your kids as part of that. So whenever we do something, we always like to share if it's been an empowering experience. And so really working with trusted professionals to help guide you can really make all the difference in the world. An important discussion is housing costs with your elderly parents. You may be a brand new empty nester, but that empty nest could be replaced with your aging parents. So having that conversation and knowing what their budget is, what their financial situation will help you to make those decisions. Accommodating their needs, they may need to pay for assisted living, for nursing home care, a caregiver, transportation costs, personal expenses, groceries, entertainment. The biggest line item that changes for aging parents and for us in general as we age is medical expenses. So do spend a little bit more time on that category to plan some things out. There are so many things on your list that you don't even know should be on your list. So having those conversations, bring a notebook with you. You will be writing a lot of things down, but certainly have those conversations with the organizations that you are considering for your elderly parents or even for yourself at some point in the future. You will walk away knowing so much more about your elderly parents' need and also what you might need in the future. The thing about being an empty nester is that you do have more time to think about these things and to plan ahead. Thinking about your own future and what that might look like, how will you be supported with quality of life? Understanding what resources you need is important. When you have children, you do have a little bit of a roadmap of what lies ahead. So you'll understand, oh, I remember when I was 12, I felt the same way. Or I remember when I was in high school or choosing my education, or whatever the experience is, you have somewhat of a roadmap of what it was like. The thing about as we age, we don't have that roadmap. We're experiencing it live. And so we really have the experiences of what we're seeing our elderly parents go through, or friends or families, or those important to us, but we are living it in real time. So that's why I think it's really important to have conversations with trusted advisors, do some research, and really, if you have a question, the best thing is to ask it. So whether you are an empty nester, or you are caring for elderly parents, or you have both situations, take the time to understand current you and what current you needs, and really spend some time thinking about your goals, dreams, and desires, and what you would like in your own life. I hope I've shared a little bit about this double topic. As I mentioned, it can be very challenging, but it can be very rewarding. As always, I'm here for your questions. I'm Laurel Marie Hickey. I am a portfolio manager and a certified financial planner.